With the trade deadline in the mist, along with the contract extension deadline, we have many decisions to make. We've been waiting a little while, we've been going back and forth, toying around with different options, but it is about time that we make a decision. First one of the day, you already know this is a massive one right here. Rajon Rondo. His contract was supposed to end by the end of this season, but we did re-sign him a few episodes ago for a 4-year deal worth just under $60 million. But that did not mean we were not going to trade him. We still had the option. We are definitely considering it because, yeah, he's an 88 overall. Yeah, he's got amazing value as a trade option. But is he producing like the best player of the team should? Is he really doing that much better than Marcus Smart, who could replace him? A lot of questions, not all of them going his way, but you know what? I have made a decision. We will be holding on to him, and we will be keeping Rajon Rondo for the rest of the season. Well, at least for this season, because you know what? Come the off-season time, we have so much cap space, so much money to use to sign some big players. I think it might have been last episode where I was talking about Anthony Davis. We can afford him. If he wants to come to a different team and leave the Pelicans, we have the money to make that happen. We have the money to at least entice him. So think of it like this. Yeah, we can trade Rondo right now and maybe get LaMarcus Aldridge. We can trade him for a solid piece like that for a big man because it would make no sense to trade him for a point guard since we have Marcus Smart. But what about this? What if we get LaMarcus Aldridge and the next season we sign Anthony Davis? But then we still have some good players. We have Nerlens Noel. What, are we going to start Aldridge, Davis, and Noel? And then we are weak at the point guard position. So if this was only a 1-season deal, to be honest, we probably would trade him. But I'm looking at the future because that's what a GM should be doing. You even saw that last year with the Lakers series. Remember Dean Strong, the man who we drafted? Because we went for the long-term deal and we drafted that man, he completely changed our future. So you know what, Rondo? You will be staying as a member of the Boston Celtics. Now check this out. The contract extension deadline is today. So let's see who we could sign from our contract extensions. Right here, Rashard Lewis and Willie Green are both ineligible. But Marcus Thornton, the 79 overall, only 27 years old, believe it or not. The shooter, 6'4", he does want to re-sign. But here's the deal. You see the cap space on the bottom right? That is what I was talking about before. How we have so much cap space for this offseason that we can make a big deal. A major move. Get Anthony Davis, get one of those guys. So if I overpay him again, if I give him $5 million, $6 million per year, to be honest, I don't think it's worth it. I just do not think so. So you know what? Let's lower this down a bit. Let's see what he will take. Let's go with the low ball. $4 million per year. I mean, I don't think he will accept it, but just in case, let me add you with the player option. I will even give you the birds right. So it will help you out for the 2016-17 season. But let's just make a big signing next year. What do you say to this, Marcus? It is a little bit of a low ball, but what will you say? Not there yet. 11.72 million. I don't know about that, man. If we give him too much, it's going to hurt us in the offseason. Okay, you know what? Let me raise it up a sad bit. That will not destroy our team. I'll give you an extra year. Oh, never mind. I can't even do that. Cannot even give him the extra year. Sorry, man, but this is as far as I can go. What will you say? Final offer. He's asking for an extra $3 million approximately total. For real? I'm sorry, Marcus. You have been a big value player for us. You've been doing great off the bench, but it's not worth it. I'm not going to hinder our chances, risk our chances at getting Anthony Davis. That's the name I say the most. There are other options as well, but in my mind, Anthony Davis is target number 1. I don't want to give that up just for a smaller contract. So you know what? I'm sorry, Marcus, but I will have to walk away. Just not the right time. Hopefully you can come up with a better decision at the end of the season. Good luck to you. How about we take a look at the business end of things? Remember how a few weeks ago, we took a look at this, the pricing graphs. We saw that we were selling out every single game. So what do? Following our plan from the first few episodes, we saw it was non-stop selling out. so we rose the price. The price went up. Did the attendance go down? Not a single %. It kept going non-stop. Sold out every single home game of the season. Do you know how crazy that is? This team is not like a #1 seed. We're not the Cleveland Cavaliers, but we do not need to be the Cleveland Cavaliers. We are the Boston Celtics, and we are still taking care of business. So you know what? Phase 3 of the plan. The pricing, it is still working out. The parking, only a little bit. An extra $1. You know what? Never mind. I take that back. Let's change the ticket prices. Up to $75. Let me keep the parking down low, just in case. Keep them happy about that. But the ticket pricing, let's move it up from $70 to $75. Why not give it a try? Worst comes to worst, like I said before, if it goes back down, we'll bring the prices back down. Let's apply the changes, and let's make it happen. Now that is the first order of business, taking a look at the jersey sales. You know what, Rondo, he is at the bottom, but top 25, why not take it? $5.21 million in gross revenue, and talking about profit and revenue, take a look at the bottom right, why not? Look at all the way on the bottom right, the profit. You saw last year with the Lakers, sometimes there were little problems here and there with how much profit we would make. No matter what team I would use, sometimes that happened because there were so many expenses, so many major contracts. But after some of the trades and moves that we made, just like moving Gerald Wallace to a different team, moving those big contracts, making some big decisions, the profit right now almost at $24 million. I'll take it. Now, something that we have not taken a look at for a while, the standings, the playoff picture. It's always something a little bit scary to click on, a little bit scary to take a look at. A lot of pressure, but you know what? Let's see. Where are we at? Oh my goodness. Here we go. We are in the 9th seed, 1 seed right outside of the top 8 of the playoff picture. 26 games remain, 1 spot away. The Brooklyn Nets, the New York Knicks, the Pacers. Our best chance is probably from the Nets because we are only 3.5 games behind them. We still have plenty of games left to go. I mean, do we play them anymore? Do we have any more games up against the Nets? Those would be big. Those would be major games, as a matter of fact. Wow. We have a game up against them on the 23rd. Any more? That would be crazy if we had one more. No, so we've got 1 game up against them, 25 other games, so much time to make up the differences. You know, it is a positive being on the East Coast because the West Coast is so much more stacked. And to be honest, we would probably be already out of the playoff race if we were on the West Coast. So it is a good thing that we are in Boston. Guys, we are getting closer and closer to the playoffs. Not too many episodes away. It is approaching. And you know what? It is time for us to be clutch. In a situation like this is what separates the good GMs from the great. And if we want to hold on to this job, you know what? Why am I even saying that? It's not even time for us to hold on to the job. We are not in this just to hold on to our job. We're in this to make a franchise. Not just a team, not just a squad, a franchise.